everybody, to the lower bracket finals, and welcome to what could be BETBOOM's hardest test. After all, Game of Gladiators is sitting there waiting in the grand final, but I would argue this matchup is harder for BETBOOM because, after all, they have yet to be able to beat Falcons in a single series.
And GPK, I mean, this falls on you first, right? Give yourself a good laning phase, put yourself out in front. But it'll be ATF claiming some early momentum here with the Centaur Warrunner.
I will say, if you do get that death throw, it is a massive bump.
Oh yeah, it is.
To a hero like Gyrocopter or even Earth Spirit, who has very high base stats. Gonna go on Skeeter here, run him down. They saw the Chen move out of lane, and they just immediately pounced.
Really nice. Really nice little move there. Get themselves a big win on this safe lane, and it'll be Maureen making the first move here. And it'll be guaranteed kill on Nightfall. Overwhelming amount of damage with that Magnetize. Pretty slow early game here for both teams. Just farming up a lot. We see a couple tier 1 towers drop, but it is going to be GPK making his move towards bottom to try and break this static lane phase open. And he's got an amp damage rune, so Skeeter is long gone here.
Very dead, but Maureen, can he get the punish here? Try to roll after GPK. Misses that initial roll in. He's going to go for Miro instead with the enchant, but the power shot doing a healthy amount of damage, and Maureen's got to get out of here. They're going to use the Stampede, try and run down Miro, while Maureen plays it slow and just keeps on stacking up the Magnetize, but it's just not doing enough damage to get any kills out of this, and the power shot lands. GPK gets the kill on Maureen. Now they're going to hunt down the supports as well. Crit getting feared. They only need a little bit more damage, and the impetus is almost enough. Another power shot. GPK racking him up and knocking him down.
Just a perfect rotation from him off an amp damage rune that Falcons were just not ready for. So if this game is BETBOOM favored at that 30-35 minute mark, I can see those team fights being difficult for Falcons. I think they want to get something going here and start to build a bit of an advantage, particularly for Maureen and ATF. And they're going to try and do that with this blink reveal, kill the unkillable.
Oh, the fear shot comes through, stalling up the Earth Spirit's damage. Amar still going to try and chase after GPK here with a Stampede, turnaround shackle shot. Caught him on the other side of the tower, and Nightfall actually TPs in to ensure that this fight is going to go well for BETBOOM. Very nice rotation from the carry. Maureen still keeping up the damage, though. Looks like they'll pick off Toronto Tokyo. Can this Magnetize?
But Falcons will wisely back off. Or will they?
Oh, they're going to catch him in the river, perhaps.
Oh, he blinked back?
He blinked backwards.
Is that intentional? There's no way.
There's no way. With the supports chasing like this, they wanted to make the move, but the supports are on the front line, and Maureen sees it as an opportunity, but he just gets caught by the Wind Ranger, so he trades his life for a support. Not the best. GPK might take some damage here. The shot lands onto Toronto Tokyo instead. He already pre-popped the heal.
That's a nice little pickup for them.
Back into the game. Looks like Falcons strike a bit of revenge, but again, supports that they're picking off, not cores.
You'd want to be taking some tier 2 heroes, maybe threatening the high ground. Not that you necessarily commit to the high ground, but if you bring BETBOOM back, you're at least getting some farm advantage on the map. Because right now, BETBOOM, they got a decent amount out of this period. Double Tormentor into farming the map. Got 2 or 3
across, spotting some heroes, blinking on GPK, attempted to, goes for the Tiny. Now that's a nice little crush lined up with this Focus Fire, doing a lot of damage, but he's got to be careful of that Blade Mail, and that's why GPK has to back away. Maureen, he sees some heroes are low. He's got this nice Magnetize. Oh, the shot from Crid attempted to assassinate GPK, but he lives on just like 10 HP.
Still probably not the order of buildup he would have preferred in a game that was running completely smooth for him. But Falcons don't give you easy choices. Still have Aegis for 2.5 here.
Dude, they are dismantling these smoke ganks. It's just not working for Falcons that well. Now, with the Gale Force pushing them back into play, they're going to try and play this out, but they're going into an Aegis. So Falcons, they're going to play this, waiting for the second life of the Gyrocopter. Can they help Skeeter out here? He's going to be chased down by the Focus Fire. They pop the Stampede to try and get him out, but the Shackle Shot toss him in the air, and he's dead. Now looking for more, but a point forward. Miro tanks it. Maureen can't roll away. Now he's going to get crushed on another block shot. He is just not letting Maureen roll away, but they need the damage to follow it up, and finally it's coming. The last shot in for the impetus will land, and that's good enough. Meanwhile, the Magnetize fails to get a single kill as BETBOOM push through it all. Are they going to get a Rampage crit? He does still have his ultimate here. Might give him that extra bit of mobility he needs to get away from Miro, but Miro gets the bash, now the crush. That'll be just a total team wipe. That last fight went way too well for BETBOOM not to have a high ground
And
vision.
Toronto Tokyo, he has his Hurricane Pike. He got Enchanted Quiver off the neutral item. We're also going to see another Vindicator Axe for this Tiny. That just feels like the best neutral item for this hero. It's so damn good on every level.
Trying to chase after him. Maureen didn't make it that far. Missed out on the longer roll, and now he's going to get silenced up. Pulled back in by the Gale Force, back into the silence. A beautiful shackle that knocks down GPK. They just destroys that gyrocopter. There's nothing he could do about it. Amar tried his best to do some damage, but he's going to get kited around all that HP just to try and TP out. Doesn't even make it. Miro's there in time with the crush.
He's got all the armor in the world, but nothing to do with it. Another very one-sided team fight here for BETBOOM as they have just taken this game over. I think that's the bigger problem for them. They do have the Shivas now to help buff up some of that. They're just going to need to land some clutch stunts. You need some good bushwhacks, some good centaur stomps to land. This might be the window into it with the high ground.
Yeah, BETBOOM going to break on the low ground here, throw out a ward. Amar tries to jump in. Nero does the same. They manage to find Crit here. Over there in the corner, gets healed up. He's going to be okay for now. What a shot from Skeeter, though. Big ultimate, big flat cannon shots. Everybody's getting low. And BETBOOM running out of time here as now they're ticking down to all the Magnetize. A roll in from Maureen. Snatches save up. Miro somehow doesn't die to the tick damage. And GPK is going to be left behind. He went for the kill on Skeeter. But this time around, the clump of Falcons was too strong to contend with.
It's just really good positioning from Falcons, and I'm surprised BETBOOM pushed into it like that.
Yeah.
They put both of their cores on the front line to try and get the initial stun with the starter, but it only landed on the hoodwink behind a tree. That's a big problem for a lineup that relies on Focus Fire, number one, relies on BKBs, number two, and needs things to go right in that starting interval of the fight. We saw this Tiny struggle in those late game fights for Ame yesterday.
Oh, they are circling around each other right now. Whose smoke is gonna break first? Who's gonna take that blink initiation? It's gonna be Amar. Of course it's Amar.
Well, the back line.
But Nightfall hits the back line beautifully with Miro. They're going for Skeeter right now. Skeeter's fighting through with the lifesteal that's coming up for the Satanic, but GPK does not run out of damage, nor does Nightfall. They lay into the gyrocopter. Combined, all three cores will finish them off still, though. They're low and limping away after that fight with the gyrocopter. They've already killed the offlaner. Now they're going for Nightfall as well, and they've got both of them. GPK will slip away into the night, yes, but Amar and Maureen and their tanky heroes were able to win the fight after the gyro died. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, when you're talking about the super late game, I was like, surely, like, Chen's gonna fall off in comparison to Muerta Enchantress, but then I remembered he really does just give an absurd amount of armor.
Yeah, I don't know if Chen ever falls off. Look at this creep go. He's living the best life he's ever had.
That's right.
What?
I don't know, but they jumped in off of that one, and now they're going to Gale Force into the tier 4s. They really thought they were going to catch Miro. Miro gets the crush at the same time. Maureen pushing forward, though. GPK, oh, the fountain! He pops a Fairy Fire! He dropped an item into his backpack, had a Courier Fairy out of Fairy Fire for an extra little bonus.
Just doesn't matter, though. Damage is done. They get what they came for.
They're going to try and kill the army here somehow. The barracks still alive. Skeeter comes in. Okay, I'll finish that off, but is this an opportunity? They tried to jump in. Nightfall got off the BKB and got a toss back onto Maureen.
Nice toss.
So they do get a pick off in exchange for that lane of barracks. Can they chase for more?
They're low on the Slardar, but you would love to get something else here.
Yeah, they'll get snaking. Maybe not ideal, but it's something.
Toronto Tokyo starting to deal some damage. This is a big testing point for BETBOOM in this game, as we're going to see Falcons. They're confident enough to smoke into this Aegis.
Running straight up
5,000
to the high ground. GPK going to be the one that spotted and couldn't get off the BKB. Stunned once, and you're dead. They really want to go for Amar here. Try to go for the toss back. Missed the toss opportunity and missed the crush follow-up.
I mean, that might have been good for them, honestly. I don't know if that's the target you want to start the fight on.
trying to assassinate the Golem to take away some of that big HP, but Toronto Tokyo just gets himself killed. Save has to pop his ultimate to deal with the flat cannon shots, and there goes the Aegis already. GPK goes for the gyrocopter though, couldn't quite get him. BKB and Win running away now, but Amar's gonna try and chase after him. Slowed down, Nightfall gonna be kicked and missiled. They got one of the buildings, but a glyph goes out. Reset from Falcons. No Enchantress, so they still have the advantage here. They took away the Aegis from Nightfall. They're feeling good about this situation. How does BETBOOM take this fight?
I don't think you have or toss back, maybe. I guess you can try and toss back a core and just burst him really deep in the base.
Yeah,
or maybe the supports can't bail him out.
That's what they wanted to do with Amar earlier.
Nightfall was just killing himself, though. The Blade Mail's to retaliate.
And Amar's just going to keep on forcing the issue. Shackle shot. Gleipnir foe up. Nightfall gets the toss back on the gyrocopter. Can they kill him? Oh, he got the focus fire return. He's doing a lot of damage back into him. And Save and GPK are not enough to burst through Skeeter. Skeeter's damage is too much to handle. BETBOOM missed their timing, I guess. They just get outscaled by raw HP. Falcons take game one.
Just too slow. I think there's a window they can win that game, and they know it, but that's the problem with these Chen lineups. You just let them keep building steam, building up EHP, building the armor, building the regen. You don't have clear answers for it. It just outscales you.
You know, you can like spread out and hit multiple different targets. It's just a constant threat in the fight. If Dragon Knight gets forced out, you still have the illusion. And the Dragon Knight was victorious. So
Didn't he play AA?
he played Razor in another game against Dragon Knight.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it was earlier in the tournament.
But was it against GPK though?
It's
I'm not
the
sure.
old patch. Though,
The
right?
illusions do not
No, it was
apply.
playoffs.
You get a lot of vision in the fight, and you're just getting like a mini troll ult plus mini precision aura. It's like, sounds pretty good on paper.
Nightfall, not a great start for BETBOOM. They're going to get run down. They're going to make sure they give the first blood over to Malrine. So that matchup already going to get difficult for GPK as Malrine has the extra gold. He did indeed go the Corrosive Dragon, which is, again, as the panel said, probably what you're going to be expecting to see out of these mid-Dragon Knights.
I mean, why go for the safe options when you need to do something to disrupt what's happening in this series, because you just can't beat this team. So you gotta be creative and try some different stuff. Thinking will go down, though. I have seen this Lich be a lot more sustaining on lane than I expected, reading the change.
Yeah, no more sieging the high ground in one of the dumbest ways.
And there's the arrow flank. Does land, but you have the damage to finish him off? You don't.
No, you
He's
don't.
doing it.
Stampede just means Malrine is going to get a whole lot of damage out of Save. Turn that damage back around onto Toronto Tokyo. Double kill for Malrine. As you got to feel for GPK. He's been keeping a clean series and did a lot in that game one, but unfortunately, some of that advantage getting lost in the side lanes.
Yeah,
again.
Same build as last game. Makes sense to me. Little downside to it anymore.
Oh, got the Dragon Tail, but now the arrow's going to be blocked as Malrine comes in. Stampede once again puts a use, slowing down GPK. Disruption's going to go out, but Skeeter. Falcons just bringing all 5 heroes to make sure when they go for a specific target, something that's really dangerous like this Dragon Knight, they make sure they have enough firepower to bring it down.
I missed the bushwhack there, but yeah, it's just an outnumbering again, and it's GPK getting punished.
Not for anybody else, though. Just for himself. Meanwhile, Falcons putting all that gold onto their cores. Little pick off here in mid lane. Crit trying to hold that mid lane, get whatever farm he can. Yeah, I guess they're going to wait until Blink Dagger is up on Sloradar.
It just feels a little slow. I think there's a world you can go up here and, you know, you jump this Lich, take him out of the fight first. There's not a lot of spell damage you're too worried about, I think. Instead, it's Falcons making the first move.
Yeah, they catch Miro as he tries to back off from that attempt to kill on Snaking in the river.
It'll be the smoke from BETBOOM to try and break this stalemate open. They're going all the way back to top, but if you get caught here first...
Scanning.
Well, they scanned the Razor. They got scanned mid by the Razor, so this move mid fails, and it's Falcons try and find the rest of the heroes, or does it fail?
Nope, not quite. Dragon Tail into Arrow. Gets the pick off on Maureen. They're still going to jump for the Shadow Demon kill, though. Save gets off the perch, and Disruption before he dies here. Double Edge should finish him off. Can that purge lead into BETBOOM chasing down these heroes? After all, they have the Dragon form, want to make use of it. Get the quick kill on the Lich. The shot goes out, though. Breaking the Dragon Knight, made a little bit squishier, but nothing Amar can really take advantage of with all his magic damage.
Where are you going with it? Seems like they're indecisive.
It's wild to me, Falcons. So many of their smoke attempts against BETBOOM either don't work out or they only get a support for it. And yet they just keep on winning the games overall. GPK going to be chased away from the mid tower.
I guess you get your mana back.
Yeah, compared to Save, though, who's been
That's what I'm saying.
stacking and
It's
farming, like that just doesn't seem possible.
That just ain't right, boy.
Weird.
Well, they have identified that this Lich is indeed out of control, and they're going to smoke gank him.
Get him.
You've been farming too long. Never mind, we got
the Razor even better. GPK, oh, he went for snaking instead, but they have the Disruption onto Maureen, so it's not like Maureen was able to get away.
And I think Save's role in this game is maybe the most important for BETBOOM.
The Gyrocopter becomes the menace that he was game one.
It's a 5-man smoke from Falcons that is late to the party. Though they did hit a really nice item spike with the Shiva's BKB done on Razor, and he has an amp damage rune. And they'll catch Toronto Tokyo in the same spot. But he does not die, and Solar Flare goes out. So they're going to try and turn this.
Still does not finish him off. And they
a
are
blank
having heroes come in from behind. It's going to be dangerous to jump in from Miro. Nightfall is about to ride to the team fight to blow up the Gyrocopter. He's got BKB to ensure he dies here. Now Maureen with a BKB of his own has to run. Without the Gyrocopter, they're lacking in damage, but he's hit by the Demonic Purge. He's going to get run down as well, and Miro's catching even more. They're going to make sure all 3 cores are going to go down on the side of Falcons. What a perfect situation for BETBOOM.
Just a really well-played sequence. Especially when they have their Razor.
And particularly against BETBOOM.
Yes. Nightfall finds a little pick-off. That's what you want to have happen. So that's the strength of the Aegis on this Tiny. You can play the rest of the team together, let this Tiny run around in this Silver Edge, and just be a solo pick-off machine. It becomes very hard to play the map if you're Falcons, because you take the full fight that you might not be confident to take. You don't know where the Tiny is. You're having trouble split pushing the map. Your pickoffs aren't as big a threat on their own. GPK wants to catch.
And they'll catch something. Will they win the fight off of it? Looks like the Gyrocopter.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he just can't deal with these tanky guys right up in his face with BKBs. He doesn't do enough damage. So, like, last time we saw this where a lot of time the Gyrocopter was challenged and he would die, but he would get off enough damage that heroes were low and then the rest of Falcons would come in and clean up.
And
that's
remember,
not happening this time around.
You do not want to die near your base, because these men are going to walk straight down towards it. And they know who they want in these fights. They ignore the Centaur, they ignore the supports. It's about the Gyrocopter. Take the damage out first, the squishy damage dealer, and your base is gonna disappear here unless you can muster a defense.
Arrow.
Oh, that's
gonna
a good
catch
one.
Maureen immediately.
That's
Nightfall
a
makes
good
the
one.
jump. Razor already down to half HP. They throw out a Chain Frost, which could be good to kill Nightfall, but the illusions that came out of the Disruption and the Facet from the Shadow Demon tank up the rest of the Chain Frost. So BETBOOM are going to take a full lane of barracks. Just like at 30 minutes last game, they do hit a 15k lead, but this time around they're a full lane of barracks ahead.
It's very hard to notice it.
It's like this light golden thing and that they just slowly start attacking faster, but it builds up over time. 1, 2! Did he just hit back-to-back crits?
The hell was that?
I think that was 2 1,400 crits.
No, he only crit once.
That first one did so much damage. Oh,
That's the crit. Oh, he did.
He got 2.
Oh my god!
I told you, man.
Jesus Christ.
There is no way the Razor gets chunked like that.
I mean, Nightfall just used all his RNG luck for the year. He channeled it for that exact moment. Blows this game wide open. Now you have to take a desperation fight. 3v5.
They're going to go for Miro here. Arrow lands onto the Centaur. The shot building up, hits the Tiny.
Hurricane Pike.
Hurricane Pike on Amar gets him.
Actually, enough here. So another Aegis for the Nightfall Tiny. Just gonna let him go ham in these fights, and he is close to Swift Blink.
Falcons is all in. They smoked, they bought a gem. They really want to find some sort of opening here because I think they know the BETBOOM.
Are you willing to go on Nightfall? You are. This is slow.
He's got an Aegis too. Like, do you really want to go on this? BETBOOM are gonna be here soon. GPK's already found crit. And Miro is already killing Maureen. He just 100-0'd Maureen.
That's
He
fight's
didn't stand
over.
a chance against this Slardar,
This
and
game
now
is over.
Nightfall coming back with his second life means this game is over. Falcons were indeed all in, and they lost that draw. We are now going to a game 3.
So much difference a single hero can make, and I go back to the Chen here. There is not that inevitable snowball feeling. There is not some insane HP ramp Falcons are getting in this game. They have to just outplay BETBOOM in the fight.
Yeah, I don't know if
The
I
laning
like
could
PL.
be a problem. That's like probably what they're discussing. Is it too weak in the laning stage? And they decided, yeah, it's probably too weak in the laning stage. And this is a hero that we see a lot against the Slardar. You got some buffs as well. You get more armor now.
I mean, his hero's mainly here for the spells, the ability to rebuke all of this physical. My biggest question this game is, can BETBOOM set a pace that's just too fast? You know, talked about the greed here between the Doom, the Troll, Wyvern can sometimes be a slow support to get online. Sure, you have Dragon Knight Willow that can play pretty fast on the map, but are you contesting these early Roshans? Are you stopping this overwhelming physical from taking objectives on the map? First Blood is definitely going to help with that.
Even just the Doom in lane with his Scorched Earth.
Top tower is under attack.
Sure, both builds on this hero are viable. It's probably just a player preference thing. We're going to try and line up
To the
an
arrow. Mark, can he survive through this one? Doesn't look like it. Too much damage. So yeah,
Very
you
well
get
played.
the kill on Nightfall, but Nightfall comes right back, gets the kill on you. Mid lane though, they win because the support wasn't there. Crit was rotating around mid. GPK is able to get through that field of brambles and get on top of the Willow. And Crit is gonna have to back down. He's gonna be slowed down by another trap. How much does GPK want to chase this one? He's gonna have to go far to get it, but he does eventually get it. And Miro cut across from the top lane to pick up the support kill as well. And Toronto Tokyo gets the Wisdom Rune. I think we can say BETBOOM won yet another laning phase.
Kind of an interesting split here.
Radiant's top tower is under
Not one you
attack.
see often. Alreen still trying to up the pressure on the mid tower while the tower pressure top is assaulted by the Troll. But it's BETBOOM bringing the numbers again into the Dragon Knight. He can't afford another
Get the
death
dead
here,
shot,
man.
it would be a kill easy, and he does. GPK with the killing spree now.
They have really shut this Dragon Knight down. Did not want to let him get out of control. That is back-to-back deaths here.
I mean, the one thing that's getting a little out of control here is this chip damage on Skeeter.
Yeah, they're just pounding this
Dire's
tower.
middle tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
I mean, this is a very favorable matchup for Troll. Like, we've seen Troll struggle this event, but Zero owns Slardar. There's not much counterplay to be had, especially in the laning phase. Chip damage into mid tower. It is now Maureen on the back foot. Man, the aggression into this tier 1 it's crazy, man. You see Falcons are just trying to draw heroes away from mid lane. BETBOOM are not biting the bait.
The Doom gonna be used on GPK. Let's see if they can do the damage that ensures the Doom gets the kill, and it looks like they got it. And they've got Toronto Tokyo. Nice use there of the Splitter Blast. Miro comes in from behind. He's already low, though. That top lane was a nuisance for him, and he hoped to be able to cut in and kill Amar, but Amar managed to keep his distance nicely. Armlet is a good item to take advantage of that, right? More damage and more attack speed. Miro on the run, he's good.
It's one of the most efficient damage items in the game for the cost. So yeah, if you feel like you need some extra damage, or you can just go in and take advantage of it. Does make sense here.
And then you've got the Midas Armor aspect of the Corrosive Breath as well on Dragon form, so even more reason for physical damage to do a lot. Reincarnation, don't think you want to level it here.
He will level it.
Oh, he'll level it after the Wraith form, so he's like, okay, maybe I can't get far enough away, but Falcons, they still go for it. His team is coming in smoke, though. This could be very good depending on what they get. Immediately, Miro jumps in and gets doomed, and Nightfall is dead again. Lamar's just charging into these heroes with the doomed up Slardar as his mark, trying to finish him off, but Save does manage to kill the Doom.
Man.
The damage over time is not quite enough for Miro. Mar came so close to getting the job done, but ultimately fails. Still, though, good fight for Falcons, a 2-for-3 exchange. So, somehow, I feel like Amar is going to use that to troll. It just means he could buy more
Mantles of
Intelligence.
That's right. This was made for him.
Drop them and then sell them out.
I mean, when people talked about, is this patch just a Falcons patch 2.0, everybody's thinking about the Timber Saw, but it was the Mantles all along.
1 kill turns to 2 on Nightfall because they got him on level 1 Reincarnation. The Reincarnation was a long enough cooldown that a second gank gets him next to his tier 2 without a second life, and now Miro's in trouble. Oh, Falcons are picking up the speed now, and BETBOOM are struggling to keep up.
Maybe Dragon Knight picks it up later, but anything that helps you with this armor is going to be nice because, I mean, like we said, this lineup for BETBOOM is pretty one-dimensional. You're all in on the physical damage and the armor aim.
BETBOOM doesn't know, but they are smoking to a troll that used his ultimate to farm Ancients. Oh, no, he didn't get the blink off. Oh, he had a crush opportunity on 2. Instead, he's going to be left behind for that blunder.
I think that would have been a tough fight no matter what. I mean, you don't have BKB control, but that's where Wyvern bails you out. And look at what we got here.
Yeah, Templar Assassin is no match against a troll that is out farming you. Back for a Midas. Amar says, yeah, I'm going to use that 90%. I'm going to buy a late Midas here after Blink Shiva's save is going to be in trouble here. Deadshot trying to create some space for him. Pops his ultimate and fights for as long as he can, but eventually he'll get ripped to shreds. Meanwhile, second life of Nightfall. Looks like he's going to die twice as well. No TP rotations. BETBOOM are just running out the side lanes, or every other lane that is not represented by 5 Falcons heroes.
It feels like the most Nightfall has gotten to do this game with his ultimates is farm some neutral creeps before he finally perishes.
Yeah.
He has just gotten nothing done in these fights. And most of it has just been Falcons finding him on the map and killing him solo. The Starter's game was so slow, they just didn't have an initiation tool, and it has hurt them a lot here.
I mean, how does Wraith King and Templar Assassin possibly deal with Troll if Troll ever hits them?
You're just getting outpaced here. Have to find a move, you have to find it soon. It'll be another broken smoke. Should lead to the Willow kill, but can you deal with the follow-up here?
Yeah, he's not even that close to being dead.
Never mind.
Focused on the troll instead, but he got off his ultimate. A crush goes out. Skeeter chasing after these heroes. His ultimate will expire here soon, but he's got an Aegis, so he doesn't care.
I mean, if Nightfall goes down twice again here,
yeah, he's
Manta
dead.
dodge the bolt.
Done.
It's just a disaster of a team fight, a disaster of a game for BETBOOM. They have not found anything in this game 3 as Falcons pick some signature heroes for themselves and make them look beautiful here. Threat that they like to play with. Like, this is a team that likes to get their supports farmed alongside the cores. That's only as good as they can make it work. Triple courier kill. What the hell was that?
That was a pretty insane amount of net worth recovered in some ways as Miro takes away the basher from Falcons for a little while.
I mean, yeah, that was like a 10k swing in the river. Still trying to get BKB, man. Oh, I will say this Spectral Blade buildup, it feels so slow.
Yeah,
you have
you're
to
losing,
recover.
You just lose even harder as Wraith King.
You can't push waves, you don't clear camps as fast.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Man.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, Falcons definitely making a showing that they are very deserving
Radiant structures are fortified.
to have a rematch against Gaming Gladiators here. And BETBOOM trying to hold the high ground, but it's not looking good. They don't really have a plan that they can actually enact, crush into nothing.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
The Wraith King's gonna come back. Even if he was to have his BKB, would it make a difference against the troll?
Radiant's bottom barracks is falling.
Take the range barracks first to make sure they don't refresh the glyph right away. They'll take the melee barracks last. An attempted deny from GPK, not even that goes right. They know BETBOOM is just scrambling around the map trying to rally up some farm here or there, but Amar has a great hero for picking people off, and they had a great ward set up. They're like, we know you're gonna go to that ancient side camp. Just place the high ground ward and wait. Tried to take the outpost back, Save will get caught in the process, and then Falcons will just likely take the outpost again and meet with you guys at bottom, where they're likely to go high ground.
Can definitely see the value of this new troll type build-up versus these physical lineups. You just get so much extra armor through the talents and the facet. Allows you to play really aggressive here, and Nightfall does have BKB.
Yeah, but you have an Abyssal Blade. Good dead shot, though. You gotta push away the troll. Push him away as much as possible. Great Winter's Curse, though, with the Terrorize to follow it up. This is gonna be a beautiful team fight combination here as the Fervor axes getting thrown out all over the place, demolishing the supports while he lays into the ring.
He got crit.
Time and time again. They did get crit, so the first kill in 15 minutes. But it is in the darkest hour for BETBOOM as they lose a team fight into a lane of barracks.
Crit just feeding out of his mind this game.
Yeah, it really
but it's not enough to drag BETBOOM back. And the hits are just not doing much here into the armor buildup that came online way too fast.
It's just pitiful, the damage. He takes more damage by toggling off his armlet.
I mean, look how much armor his troll has. He's like 40 that goes to 60.
It's pretty nasty.
Got Elven Tunic Evasion on top of that. AC Aura. This guy is a siege machine.
Big
nice
crush.
Yeah.
Is there any follow-up to it? They actually got the arrow on the troll, not any of the illusions, and it's still nothing to be done about it. GG is called, and Falcons remain undefeated in this matchup. They will do it again as they have done so many times before. And like so many times before, they are also going to the grand finals.
A puzzle that BETBOOM has not figured out once in their 9 meetings. A very frustrating matchup for them as they just keep running into it. But the thing is, Falcons, this is a team that's going to go deep in all these tournaments. They've won a lot of them. They've gotten seconds or thirds. So you're going to meet them at some point. And if you can't overcome them, how are you ever going to win a championship on the side of BETBOOM?